Hello and welcome to You Are Legion. I am Paul Dykman, your guest storyteller and DM for this session, and I'm so excited to be here with an incredibly talented group of players as we dive into the past to solve some of these questions about how exactly was Legion found? What is it? Where was it? And to tell some of the story of that time. I am delighted to be joined by, and I'll just go around, I'll say your name and you say your character and sort of talk a little bit about what you're playing. I'm joined by Sam Gilroy.
Hello, I'm playing Rosemary Leaf, who is a Warforged construct, who currently has a bunch of empty sockets and has been told that maybe they shouldn't listen to what people tell them to do. And they don't really understand that idea, but they're kind of thinking about it.
The wheels are turning.
Yeah.
Actual physical wheels.
Why? It's a good, we never really thought, what does that mean, not doing what somebody tells you to do? That doesn't make sense.
That was an option all along? I didn't realize.
Yeah, that doesn't, you have to think about that.
I had to think about that. And Michael Keane.
Hi, I'm playing Idelfo, a gnome, gearsy guy. Idelfo is filthy, covered in dirt, but his tools are very clean, and he's got a little pony named Buttercup. It's a robot pony.
Robot pony. Wonderful. Yeah. Love Idelfo. You gave us a quick description behind the scenes for him in terms of his smell that I would love if you would share, like what he smells like.
Oh yeah, sure. So imagine, gnomes are of a very particular temperament. They favor function over form and see life as a series of engineering challenges to be solved. I think his proclivity towards function over form would be alarming even to his fellow kinspeople. Idelfo is filthy. He is constantly smoking disgusting ratty hand-rolled cigarettes. He smells like he hasn't bathed in years, and he hasn't. He's covered in oil and chemicals from his work. His face is buried under just layers of grime. But his tools are immaculate. He is wearing what you may have supposed could have one time been a leather apron, but now it's, covers so many years of just industrial byproduct that it's hard to say.
Wonderful.
Disgusting.
He's disgusting. It's important. And Sean Boyd.
I am playing Fizbin, and Fizbin is old, war-proven paladin. He's gone through all the wars. He's been a leader. He's had years of honorable fighting and doing the deeds, and he's gotten one more chance to go out there after a couple of decades of resting on his laurels a little bit and kind of getting a little creaky around the edges. And everywhere he goes, Aerosmith's Back in the Saddle plays in the background just loud enough so you can hear it. Just loud enough so you can hear it. But whereas the gnome is a dirty ashtray, Fizbin is an immaculate, shining, glittering example of just with a little bit of effort and spit and polish, you can look good, even when bathing is not nom de guerre amongst the civilizations. Well coiffed.
A little bit of effort?
His armor shot, yeah, a little bit of effort. Well coiffed, oiled beard,
puts a lot of
hair
effort.
combed back, is, and, he keeps it tight. Bit of a zaddy. We'll say it.
Yeah, we all said it. Wonderful. We are delighted to have Fizbin, the legendary zaddy, among us. And we are joined by two special guests, including myself. So that's three guests. Anyway, we have Gabriel Lilly.
Hello. So I will be playing Brother Nire again. I am a am I a Hexblade Warlock? Is that the term?
That's
official?
that's the subclass. Yep.
That's my subclass, yeah. So I am just kind of like an old.
But you weren't
I'm
always
just
a
kind of-
Hexblade Warlock.
I wouldn't. I mean, doesn't everybody know at this point? Can't everybody know? I'm not good with secrets.
I think this is the moment to tell the audience.
This is.
To make
Well,
it-
I mean, they know I did a Hexblade curse last time. I'm assuming
Yeah.
the two are connected.
Yep.
So that's where I'm at. But he's this old kind of like battle axe. He's just the epitome of an old battle axe. Keeps to himself. He is not he's like the opposite of me. he's just really cool. He's somewhat icy. He's very just like even keel. He's not particularly anything for now.
He doesn't smell like anything, you said.
He doesn't smell like anything. I'm prepared to amend that to he smells like a gust of wind, and I'll just let you guys think about that.
You could get a gust of wind in a New York subway, or you could get a gust of wind on the
That's a fair
steps.
point.
You know, so I'm just
Yeah, so no. He smells like nothing. But like if you picture like if there was a sound to accompany him, it's just like the sound of a forest in the winter. Like it's just quiet.
fascinating. There's more to uncover about Brother Nier. We shall hopefully learn more today. And our last wonderful guest, jumping in to save us, to join and to help, is the wonderful Alex Kirby.
Hey everybody, I'm Alex Kirby, and I'll be playing Waihan Umukara. I'm a Mark of Storm half-elf wizard. Correct me if I'm wrong. And you may recognize this character from the main campaign. So this is the younger version of Waihan, and she is unafraid of how competent and intelligent she is, and she does not mind letting others know that.
Indeed, you are very competent, and you have a strong grasp of what's going on. Speaking of what's going on, let me do a little bit of a recap. So,
What is going on?
when we last left this prequel adventure, our heroes had, in dramatic fashion, fought their way deep down through many floors of a massive temple, the opening of which only appears at a certain lunar solar solstice moment that they had arranged and researched and prepared to enter, and they know that they must leave this space before moonrise. They knew they had 8 hours to dive through the mega dungeon. We saw a summary mini game developed by me, still being developed because it was a lot, but it summarized the many levels of adventuring that they had done to acquire a series of gems that were necessary to unlock the final door. As they arrived at that final door, bravely, Dilk walked up to it and prepared to open it. He was zapped and banished to some other plane of existence. Everyone's favorite druid, Dilk, is nowhere to be seen. Undaunted, or perhaps not having any time to mourn, because I'm sure everyone wanted to mourn the absence of Dilk deeply, the door opened and they encountered the person, the creature, who had stolen the Legion construct to begin with. A hulking, massive figure, a general of Warforged, sporting multiple spinning blades, calling himself the Lord of the Blades, who attempted to persuade Rosemary to leave behind these humans that are controlling them, that are not allowing them agency to consider their own desires, which is what the Lord of the Blades wanted. The Lord of the Blades met pretty quickly with his end as the party went to town and ripped him to shreds. No horde of nearby Warforged could prevent his untimely demise, to include, among many other things, an incredible smite action from Fizbin, as well as a whole dancing sphere of animated objects from Waihan that just made quick work. Adolfo heads over to the rear door because he figured something was in there, because Neri's weapon had emitted a beam at that back door that was beginning to melt it apart. So Adolfo headed over there and with an Arcana check opened up a rear door, revealing the Legion construct suspended in space in some sort of arcane crucible, strange magic upholding it, runes circling on the ground, as it seemed, as Adolfo sort of quickly put together, that this construct was in fact the power source, was somehow being pushed off balance ever so slightly. Whatever equilibrium it maintains, its homeostasis, was being affected, releasing huge surges of energy that this space was utilizing for its advanced arcane magics. Again, Adolfo, with a quick Arcana check, was able to remove the glyphs and bring down the Legion construct, which is where we left. Well, not quite. Where we left. Everyone started to hear some rumbling off in the distance. And anyone who would like to, as this shifting starts to happen, may roll for me an Arcana check. So Adolfo, I'll let you have advantage on this as you're the closest to the source of it. Anyone else who would like to roll an Arcana check, please do. Wyhan, roll your Arcana check. This is in your list of skills. Everybody at home, Alex is diving in, brand new, fresh to D&D, to a 15th level wizard. So I'm going to be giving some help and guidance about what sort of options to roll, and I'm just going to come around and hear what people are getting. So let me hear first from Adolfo. Adolfo, what did you get?
Sorry, what were we rolling again?
An Arcana
Arcana.
check. Arcana check on
Arcana.
this situation. Arcana. Potato, patata.
All of my stats are 0. And all
What?
my... Yeah.
Do you have access to...
Because you have to go to the D&D. You have to go to.
I struggle with the integration of Foundry to D&D Beyond. So if we need to quickly share some character sheet links, I'll do that now. It's funny how much we covered in our
Okay, great.
pre-session, and
I
not
can do it on
that.
D&D Beyond. So just
Great.
over.
I had to do some searching too, but it's in D&D Beyond straight up. So if you go into the D&D Beyond, then you can find the Fizbin character, or your character rather. the
I'm
Adolfo
so
character.
sorry. That's
Don't worry
fair.
about it, buddy. I should have said something when mine was like that.
I don't know why that is. And maybe Foundry has recently updated. Quick plug for Foundry. It's a great VTT. It recently went into version 12, which has a bunch of great fun features, but some of the modules that I have may not have been updated yet, and so they might be not working. And I can't fix that right now because everything's running. So everybody can get into D&D Beyond and load up your characters. Did you roll a die, Adolfo? Because I could also pull up your character sheet here myself. Let you
Yeah,
know.
sure. I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just doing the manual, like I'm adding in the number and then rolling
Awesome.
the d20.
Cool.
I got a 9. I'm not sure.
Okay. Did you roll with advantage, Adolfo? Because you're sort of super familiar with this and
Do it
closest to the
again.
situation.
Should I?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, I'll roll again. Okay, that's a raw 17.
There we go.
There we go. 17, and you have a +5 to that, so that's a 22. Great. I'm gonna come to you in a second. Wyhan, did you make this roll as well?
I don't know how to do that. I went to the Arcana when the skills and it says +10. Is that where I'm supposed
That's
to be?
what you. So you roll.
Are you
so
on D&D Beyond?
Yes.
Click
Yeah.
it.
Just click that +10.
Okay.
It'll roll a little computer dice for you.
It just gives me a description. Check measure ability. to
Make
You-
sure you're rolling the number and not the word.
If you click actually on the number where it says +10, then it'll
Yes.
roll you a die.
It is not.
D&D Beyond,
doing that.
everybody.
It
It's a
is-
great service.
Here, I'll roll. I'm gonna do. You have a +10?
Yes.
Yeah.
Arcana +10.
You can go ahead and
It's insane. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna just type in 10,
fantastic.
and then I'm gonna roll a d20 for you.
Great. We'll see it.
Thank you.
You
Pop up
got.
here. Whoa, a 29. Okay, great.
29.
So that's pretty good. Does anyone beat a 22 or a 29 from the rest of the crew?
I got a
Oh.
dirty 20.
Rosemary?
I got a 22.
All right, so we got two 22s, a dirty 20, a 29. Incredible.
We know exactly what's happening.
As the Legion construct floats down into Adolfo's small gnome arms, and the structure begins to shake beneath you, Those of you who beat a 25, you realize that you are standing in some sort of structure that is an interesting mix of a physical space and an interdimensional space. Some sort of Mordkainen's mansion sort of structure, which is a spell that lets you create a space for your, for as many people as you want to sort of be in a demi-planar sort of house. And something that was being installed in a real existent space. And the two of them are colliding right now. The things that had been constructed and built in the demiplane, rather than just vanishing, are real enough that they are colliding with the things in the real plane. Everyone that's 20 and above, urgently that you need to leave, because this is going to continue. You don't know if you have minutes, you don't know if you have hours, you know that you need to get out of here, because the door will close in 4 hours. So it's not a question of like, can we hunker down and wait for this sort of waterfall to stop? The door is magically enchanted on the exterior that it will vanish at the end of these 8 hours, but everything inside of it is going to collide with each other and cause wave after wave of aftershock of arcane explosion as well as physical destruction, and collide and collapse. Wave after wave after wave of this is going to be coming for you, and you need to flee. We are going to enter here a skill challenge. You are all, the standard players of the group here are going to be familiar with this. The skill challenge here is going to reflect the effort of the team to get out of here. The way this works is we're going to go sort of freeform about what sort of skills you want to use. So take a moment to look at those skills and look at your list of skills. For example, as you go through this, things like a survival check to find the right path might be a very useful move. A athletics check to hold up rubble and debris so everyone can get past might be useful. Perhaps you could use investigation to find hidden paths through this physical space that's remanifesting. Or you could use Arcana to deal with the weird portals and dimensions that are colliding with each other to help move you all through it. There is no wrong skill here. All of them are possible, but it is a bit of a challenge for you to understand creatively, like, how is my character going to approach this problem and what are they going to do as we move through this space? We are looking Yes, please.
Is Legion on?
No. Legion is currently inert. So with that incredibly high set of Arcana checks, I'll also say that as everyone comes around and looks at Legion, it becomes clear to you that part of, and this is something that you know, Adolfo, offhand, part of the ingenious nature of the Legion construct is that it is a set of perfect balance. The gems that are on it are each incredibly powerful objects that ultimately create a sum zero charge. So there is no energy to activate the thing. You have the sense that the crucible it was in was essentially briefly upsetting that homeostasis and harvesting the energy that results from upsets from that static sort of nature of its prison. And now that it has been removed from that space, it is totally inert.
Question.
Yeah.
Oh, how is my weapon responding now that Legion is A, visible, B, down?
So in our previous session, you passed a wisdom saving throw to withhold yourself from attacking the Legion construct itself.
Yes.
You feel like a, do you know that feeling when you are kind of hungover and you'd really like to eat and you like want to you want to go get like a burger or something? Like you have that feeling about striking the Legion construct. Like it would probably feel awesome and it would be
really want to do it.
Yeah. You're like, that would be nice. You have already passed the saving throw to not do it automatically, but you have that sort of like gnawing feeling that it would be awesome. I'll also say that Brother Neri doesn't quite understand why, like the sense of why you should hit and what the consequences of that would be are not clear to you. But you just
the beam of light still doing
the beam
thing?
of light seems to have been there to burn away the door and to guide you, and it is currently just sort of, there is just some latent sort of humming in your mace, your morning star rather, that wants the way that you want. Your weapon responds to you perfectly, so you can't tell, is this coming from me, from the weapon? I don't know. It just feels this urge. You are all standing in a space. I can show you what the space looks like, but you're going to rapidly leave it. So I'll quickly pull it up here, and I'll put it on the stream so everyone can remember what this space looks like. So you're in this room. The Lord of the Blades has been, he was surrounded by a bunch of animated objects, but he was over here attacking before he was destroyed. And the Legion construct was sitting over in this area before he was rescued by Adolfo, or it was rescued by Adolfo. And you are in this room, and you are hearing this off in the distance. What would you like to do, Adolfo?
What size is Legion?
Legion is a medium construct.
Okay. And how much does Legion weigh?
Great question. Legion is pretty heavy. Legion weighs about the normal size of a humanoid, so I'm going to say about 150 pounds. Legion could, for example, be draped over your mount and travel along on that.
Yeah.
There might be situations where if we're looking at athletics checks to like jump gaps, that your mount would not be able to do it with Legion on them. But it could definitely keep up as long as there is nothing like a cliff that it needs to leap or climb.
Okay, so what I think Adolfo will do, and I don't mind using Tinker's tools, a Tinker's tools rule to do this.
Mm-hmm.
He'd like to cast Reduce on the Legion construct.
Wonderful. Ooh. Great. Legion is inert and does not make a save. Legion shrinks and is now small and weighs a quarter of its weight. So we're now down to, what is that? Let me do I think it's a quarter when you go reduce.
So like 37.5 pounds?
Yep, that's exactly what I did. Yep, that's exactly what I got to. So they weigh 37 pounds. Just shrinks right down. Is now the same height as Adolfo if it were to stand, but is of course inert. Quiet.
He's just a wee thing now.
And you all look at this very small thing now that has downed this, that is some sort of incredibly potent artifact. Adolfo has a pretty strong sense of this thing as a prison of all the gods, but I don't know how much everyone else understands the incredible, the craftsmanship of what you're looking at. The remarkable gears, the gems that seem to shift and move even passively around this structure, seems to glitter and have a slight aura around it. And anyone who looks at it has a sense that it is a powerful thing. Just currently inert and now very small, very wee.
Real cute.
Adolfo, for the sake of your...
Go ahead, sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, for the sake of your bodily safety, we should leave.
Okay, so Adolfo looks like someone that just got away with something absolutely ridiculous that they really shouldn't have. Like, if you're defusing the bomb and both the wires are blue, that kind of thing. This incredibly dangerous thing that could have killed everyone. And he looks so smug about having pulled it off. And Adolfo says, "Buttercup, come!" And Buttercup comes over, and he slings Legion over Buttercup, and they are far away from the party at the end of the hall, and then he comes rushing towards the party, running towards the party.
Great. Legion just click, 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 just metal on metal, so there's just sort of just as Buttercup runs along. And
he replies to Rosemary, "Si, Rosemary, si."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Brother Nire, he's just... There's a Stanley Cup party at my house. I'm really sorry. You're going to hear this a little bit. Anyway, meanwhile, Brother Nire, he's just kind of watching the whole thing like very intently. And I'm kind of like doing the like grip on my Morningstar, but then I go, And I head towards the door. Kind of like I'm like, it's like a like I'm like fascinated by my own response and what's happening in front of me.
Yeah. How about this? As everyone thinks about, because you're about to start running through this space, making skill checks, and it'll be up to you sort of what you want to try to move through the space. Brother Neri, if you would like to, I would allow you to give an insight check versus your own deception check.
What?
So you roll an
I don't
insight check
understand.
and roll a deception check.
Okay. So my insight, I got 18.
Okay.
And my deception, I got 17.
Wow. So you're like, interesting, trying to push it off, not think about it. You have this urge to strike this construct, and you're investigating it. You're trying to understand what is it that I want here? What is it that my weapon wants? What I want? Hard to tell. And when you think about what you would want to do, you don't see just like hitting it once. You see yourself going into a fervent rage and destroying every piece of this thing. And with that slight success on that insight check, it occurs to you that this is something that it's not just something that your weapon wants. It's something that Nire would have wanted long ago. Something that maybe a wish or a want that led you down this path for replacing the powers you lost. But that doesn't mean that Nira of today wants it. Nira today might have a different feeling. Brother Nire witnessed the end of the world. The gods burned the world down in a cataclysm that left the world a scarred, empty place.
Mm-hmm.
And you are realizing sort of that there is like an offer here to get something that maybe an old version of yourself wanted. And that's what you get on that insight check. Anywho, as everyone else gathers together in the space and begin to run through, the room begins to rumble. You've taken some time. Everyone quickly roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god. Well, here's my dex.
So, Alex, those are on your D&D Beyond sheet, if you're able to look at that. Up in the, if you're looking at it on a full screen, if you look up to the left, there's a little box of saving throws. This is in response to something happening to you and your ability to get out of the way of it. And I can also pull that up if you are unable to find it. Let me see here. So you have a +5 to whatever you roll.
You're muted too, Kirby. Just to let you know.
Thank you. I'm still not seeing where I can roll this dice.
Okay,
on
great.
This.
No worries. I'll give you a quick
okay.
roll here myself. So I have to remember how to do this. All right. So I'm putting a roll in Foundry here for you. Okay, so you get a 10, all told. So as you are all turning to run, anyone who does not get a 15 is going to take 12 points of bludgeoning damage. As rocks fall, Waihan, you in particular, a massive chunk of rock falls from the roof and strikes you in the forehead as you feel your ears ring as you stumble, and you spit out a bit of blood, and you are looking around and the whole space seems changed and different. You're probably concussed, some part of your brain says, but you're able to stumble up and keep going. Did anyone else not get a 15? Great. Those of you who did not get a 15, everyone.
We suck. All of our good rolls were in the part one.
The first.
You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as rocks begin to fall in this space. You surge towards the door, which is rent asunder and open, and you are able to run up the set of stairs and get out of here as this continuing rumbling begins. And we are now going to properly enter the skill challenge, as I described earlier. If we feel the need to, I could have us roll initiative. We can also just approach this as who has a thought of what you want to try first, and we'll resolve. The difficulty here is going to be we are looking for 6 successes before we get 3 failures. Each check is a DC of 15. If we fail, if we bomb out, There will be a roll to see how much damage we take, and you'll eventually clamber out, and it'll affect what's going to happen at the very end of this session. But you're all pretty powerful heroes, so you're probably not going to die in this structure, but it's going to change what sort of situation you're going to find on the outside. Probably not going to die.
For Kirby, for yourself, we are looking for on D&D Beyond. We are looking for the skills that you are proficient in. That's correct, right?
Yes, you
That's
must
right.
be proficient.
So it's gonna have the little dot next to it.
Yeah.
What about if you're half proficient in something? I was once
Are you half proficient?
in-
Well, if you were a
No,
bard.
I was once.
Yeah.
I don't know about. I'm helping.
Yeah. Let me not answer that right now because it's not relevant. But you know,
I
if
guess
you
there's
were
no bards. You're right. Is it just a bard thing?
It's just a bard thing. Yeah.
I was bard as Dionysus. I'm still reliving my glory days.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny when I played Legion, I also did bard. I think it's just a great class for like doing.
It's
lots
just
of
a
different
great
things.
class.
It's a great class.
You
for
could do
lots of
so
different-
much.
So we're digressing now, and let's focus on the current. The building is collapsing on top of you. Who would like to go
So,
first with an
I'm
attempt?
gonna
reason-
kick it off.
The
Great.
reason I want to just point this out to Kirby is because you can only use your skill once, or we can only use it once. So if one person uses an Arcana,
Each
nobody.
Each person can do a skill, only one skill once. So right, for example, Adolfo
Stellar.
can do an Arcana check once. But if for some reason Nero also wanted to do an Arcana check, you could do an Arcana check later. But
Amazing.
once you do the one of your own, it's sort of crossed off for you for the rest of the skill challenge.
Done. Got it. Thank you so much.
And you will only go once, and then we all have to go before you get to go again.
That is.
Does that make sense? So we
yeah.
all need a swing before you get another swing.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 32
Whoa.
on alchemist supplies.
Okay. So
And-
how are you using your alchemist supplies to help us escape this space?
Sure. So as the party is running down the corridor, a pile of rubble in front of them just falls
Mm-hmm.
and blocks their path. Rosemary puts her front hooves out and it screeches to a halt in front of it. Adelpho, without missing a beat, just starts cursing heavily in Italian under his breath, or sorry, in Gnomish under his breath, and just takes this flask out of the little bag that's on Rosemary's side, hucks it at the rocks. As soon as it impacts, this full-smelling gas fills the hallway momentarily. Your eyes water. It's like you have a gag reflex, but as the gas clears, rocks have just been reduced to this quietly pool of ooze. Elfo and Romarino just run through.
Awesome. That's great. Additionally, on that incredibly high roll, go ahead and roll for me a d6. And let me know what you roll. 6. Okay, great. And now roll for me a d4.
I don't like this at all. I don't like being asked to roll things.
You don't like being asked to roll? I could do it, but this way you feel. You know.
Okay, it's a 2.
Two?
I got a 2.
As you sprint by, falling out of the rubble, you see a potion rolling along that you just automatically reach down and grab. And you can add to your inventory a potion of speed.
Okay, great.
That would have been destroyed if any other attempt had been made, but because you dissolve the rock and it doesn't dissolve glass, a potion rolls out that had been in there. Great. Adolfo has made a alchemist tools check and has dissolved some rubble in the way as the party sprints over, leaping over the bubbling sort of gas there, just holding their nose, and then sprints down the hall. Who would like to go next? Yes, Rosemary.
So, I'm going to use intimidation, and I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do it.
So yeah, sell this to me. sell me on the intimidation.
I'm going to tell you how we do it. Adelpho has trained Rosemary to whenever we're like in a dangerous dungeon situation, and especially where we might have to be running through it, to always try to get in front of the group to take any sort of damage from like traps or pitfalls, because I can always sort of be put back together again. And in this instant, we're running by sort of a T-bone intersection in the hallway, and our party needs to keep on going straight. But as Rosemary clears in front of the T-bone and looks down the hallway, there's a group of, what kind of monsters would I find in this here dungeon, DM?
You see charging up the hallway a group of ogres, just massive creatures with big clubs that are like, you know, also trying to race out, but are also just, you know, swinging and there's as they're running up.
As I turn the corner and see them coming, I just sort of turn, and in full sort of robot mode, I open up every single weapon system at my body. It's like I almost
It's Iron Giant. Yeah, it's Iron Giant. Yeah.
It's just everything opens and every glow happens all at once down the hallway. As the party sort of runs by in the back, like to keep it at bay.
Great. So these ogres, go ahead, roll intimidation.
27.
Wow. So you arcane cannons, magical surge, and the ogres go, and they turn around and start heading the other direction as you just, and everyone runs along the T-bone intersection. Go ahead, roll for me a d6 additionally as everyone runs by on that 26. That's incredible.
I have a +10 to intimidation.
It's pretty good.
Bene, bene, Romarino, bene.
As you're just turning away, bene, as you just...
That's a 6.
Another 6. Okay, great. Go ahead and roll for me a d4.
A 4.
As the ogres turn around and run, you see a little alcove nearby that this is another potion, and you just reach out and grab it, and you can add to your inventory a potion of invisibility. Great. We're doing really well. We've got 2 successes. I'll say on that second success, this dungeon had multiple levels. You've moved up 1, so you're up above the lowest level here, and you're running through a space that you moved through the space, and it was a series of, there was a forest, and then an air puzzle, and a challenge where you had to sail over different strange glyphs and runes. Now you are looking at something that you could swear is like the ground level of a city, but there are pieces of these other spaces that you walk through that are colliding with it, buildings that are getting torn away in tornadoes, just ripped up and moved away as you're sprinting through this. It's not sort of grid organized. It seems some old city that you could swear it's like sort of it's not level at your feet. You're sort of sitting at an angle as if the whole city crashed into the hill or something. It doesn't quite feel like a normal geometry of a city in any regards. Additionally, it is being ripped apart by strange arcane bursts and blasts all around as you're sprinting to try to climb up on the wall to head up to the next level. Who'd like to go next?
I could make it work. I want to do. I feel like that's a perfect setup for athletic, but I'd really like to use survival. So
Great.
I'm just better at survival.
Cool.
So, what Brother Nere is gonna do is he's gonna kind of take the lead, and he's just gonna start kind of like herding the group into all the right alcoves that are like the least crumbly, so that we can get through the windows of the cities that are appropriate to like get to the awning, to the roof, of like basically trying to like puzzle piece my way out of the space.
Fantastic. Go ahead and give me the survival check. DC 15.
No, I want to do. Oh yes, it is survival. Oh. 15.
15 exactly.
15 exactly.
So
Like,
yes.
Dirty 15.
It's a very dirty 15. So yes, you are guiding people to hide under awnings as buildings are collapsing and running it this way. You wait for a building to collapse so that you can run over it because wouldn't. You're guiding people through this space. No additional benefits, but you manage to avoid being crushed by various buildings and structures as you're running through this strange city. That's great. We're at 3 successes and 0 failures. Awesome. Nire is guiding
Brother Nire
us.
kind of looks at the 2 potion bottles, and I'm like... Anyway.
You know it would make you feel better.
Yeah, I do.
Up next, we have Wyhan.
The hangover's not that bad yet.
All right, I think it's. I'm gonna go ahead and go so Kirby gets a little bit more time to think about it. So, as we're tearing across, we're taking the survival path. We're going to alcove to alcove. I'm gonna do an athletics check because, in spite of Nire's best efforts, that narrow make of the 15. The narrow make of the 15 does leave like a facade of one of those buildings starting to kind of like lurch in on us, and so Bisman just goes back on athletic and just kind of like buttresses it, legs back against the wall, just holding on just to see if he can hit it. Yeah, we'll see how this works out. This could be really painful.
Holding up a building feels like it should be higher than DC 15, but this skill challenge is set at DC 15.
It's the one wall.
It's the one wall. It's just a wall. Okay.
And then only until they get by.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, let's just hope. I've not been rolling well tonight, so let's
find out.
Here.
You're very strong. You're a strong dude.
Dirty 20.
Nice. You prop up this building and people run by and you're able to spin out of it and keep running as it huge cloud of dust.
Smiling all the way.
I imagine it's like that you're holding the door
glorious.
for them.
Yeah. He's like, this way out.
With the flourish and point as well. As you're sitting there propping up the door, go ahead and roll a d6 for me. Two. Fantastic. Now roll another d6 for me. 5. You may, as you hold up this wall, this way, you feel yourself bolstered powerfully by the good glory of your actions as you're keeping your oath of glory. And you may do what's called a healing surge, which is an optional rule in the DM's guide. People can look up if they want to see it. Essentially, you can just take a quick, you can roll as many hit dice as you want right now and recover a roll of them plus your con mod right now. You can just do a quick healing if you need it.
How many did I roll?
As many as you want. You can choose.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's supposed to be capped at half, but this particular result is a major healing surge. You just get essentially the healing benefits of a short rest, not the other benefits, but a healing benefit of a short rest. As you hold up a building, it cracks something in your back, and your back really straightens in a way that it hasn't felt like in 10 years. You've really been as strong. You're just
feels amazing. Yeah.
Look,
the goodness.
I'm just gonna say what we're all thinking. It sounds like pretty privileged to me, and that's all I'm gonna say. It's just because he smells good, isn't it?
And
I
looks
just
good.
imagine him taking a moment to see if anyone is watching him while he does this.
Looking around.
Are they seeing this?
I mean,
Is anyone seeing this? I'll roll.
he
to see.
does
Let's
have a
see.
19 charisma. It's kind of hard not to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled a luck check as
He's
you look
looking for some,
around
like,
to see if
mother and
anyone's
child
looking.
like wink at.
Yeah, you're like looking for somebody to wink at. You look around, you see all you see is a spider that scuttles over your boot that just observes and then just also is dashing out, seeming to follow your party. This
I like
area
to
is
imagine he
empty.
like throws a wink at it and it like scuttles, like trips a little bit and then it keeps going. He's like, oh.
one of its legs fans it as it continues to scuttle on.
Got to find the fainting couch.
Just slamming into my mic because I'm so myself charmed. All right, we come to the wizard, Wyhan, as their party is sprinting through the space. Do you have a sense of what skill you'd like to try to use?
I have a quick question actually about that. So you said that we were rushing through a city. Is the city? Do we recognize it or no?
Ooh, what a fun question. It's not a place you've ever been. It's not a place you've ever been. It is not a city that you would know personally, but it might be one that you know from history.
Yes, that is what I am getting at. So I was going to do history.
Great. Go ahead and give me a history check.
Okay. So I have a +10 on history, and then I think I figured out how to do the dice roll. How do I do? Which one do I roll?
You just click on the button where it has your modifier in D&D Beyond, and it should trigger a die that rolls on your screen.
It does not do that, but I think I can do it on
the
Foundry thing,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, great. Yeah, if you have in Foundry, down at the bottom, you can click the shape of the D20, and then you can write in plus 10. Or you just roll the D20 and add 10 to the result, Either works. Nice.
So 19.
So you're looking around and you recognize before the cataclysm, before the events that ended the world as we knew it, there were flying cities, these massive cities that could raise up over the world and float, these incredible tributes to the mastery of the arcane that your order talks about a lot, wanting to find to eventually rebuild. You're looking around on a 19. It's not that you go like, this is, and you know the name of the city, but you know that those cities had a variety. They were quite vertical, and you're able to direct everyone as you're sprinting through to an elevator, an arcane elevator shaft that you run up and you speak a quick little magical incantation that you remember you were taught as sort of one of the remarkable tricks that were present in these flying cities all over the place, that activates it, and you are able to launch up through it. It's almost like a pneumatic tube that was used to move people through these cities, and your party runs into it and just poof, 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 hurdles up 100 feet and is now just on a long plank that heads to the door that leaves out of this space, like a long boardwalk that comes at the end of one of these vertical tubes. Incredible. That's amazing.
Nice grab, dude. Nice grab.
So you're all
It's about working smarter, not harder.
Oh, wow. So a new mechanic for you.
Tear to the eye.
A new mechanic for you, Kirby. I'm gonna give you inspiration for that because that was incredible. What a funny thing to say someday if they hold up a building, really flexing for you. You find an elevator. Inspiration just means that at some point you can decide to roll with advantage, which means you'll roll another die. It's sort of like a spendable resource that you have that I've just given you as a reward for
the result that you prefer.
Yeah, you pick which one you want.
Yeah.
So
Adolfo sees this, he's just muttering like, "A beautiful machine, but you need a spell to use it. What is the point of this spell? Stupid machine."
This is the way they did it then. I mean, this has been incredible. We've had 5 successes with no failures, which is remarkable. You are all seasoned adventurers sprinting through this city. You have all avoided catastrophic damage as the city collapses behind you. Strange arcane portals are pouring in, like there's like water gushing in from some sort of water plane that you had all navigated at some point that is starting to flood the city, that it's also collapsing as storms of fire come burning through and gusts of steam. And you have this long gangway that there are now these bursts and arcs of all these things pouring down above that you have to dart down to get to the exit. We just need one more success.
I got an idea. If no one else has one.
Have at her. We've just been jinxed though, so watch out.
Okay, 17.
17 on what? What are you doing and how are you doing it?
Thieves' tools. So it's a success, and I'm going to narrate that.
So just explain to me. The situation is you're sprinting down this gangway. There's arcane explosions all around. Things are falling on this. How do the thieves' tools help with that?
You said there was a door. The door's locked.
You're not at the door yet. You have to get to the door. I'll allow
I
that
thought
to
we were
work. No, you have to reach the door. The obstacle right now is this like massive pile of arcane.
Oh, okay,
As you head down this walkway. Yeah.
So I don't use my thieves' tools.
I have an idea. I have an idea to get there.
Okay.
As we're running down the hall, Rosemary sees like Alfonso start to slow down just a little bit and grab for his thieves' tools, and I would roll an insight check to say, Alfonso, we're not at the door.
I don't know that will solve the problem, rolling an insight check about him and telling him not to use his thieves' tools. Because again, essentially you're on this lattice work that's above the city. This elevator has popped you up to the top level, but you have to run along this path as like weird things pour down from above and parts of it collapse so that you can get to the door in time. And an insight on Adolfo, although interesting, certainly, and you might realize correctly that he's going to taking out his thieves' tools, is not going to be the thing that will solve the problem.
Well, I only have insight and investigation left as skills for this skill challenge. So
Okay.
Okay, I have an idea. I have an idea. So may I?
You may.
Can we do a double? We could do a 2-part skill challenge because I may fail this, and the thieves' tool will still be necessary. Okay, so, or to get to the door. So Brother Nire is going to, he's going to kind of like look around the space, and I want to use Arcana, and I'm looking for like any sort of like buttons or triggers, and I am looking for an elevator that's going to like shoot us to the door.
Like a fast way.
Because it's a city, it should be advanced this way. If it can fly, it has elevators.
It's an
it's falling over, right?
Or are we going this way?
I think it's this way, right? Like
the
a walking
city's falling
sidewalk, like in
over,
the
so
airport.
the elevator will still shoot us
see.
that way.
Okay, you're going to use the momentum of the city falling.
Okay. Sorry, and as I got so interested in what the situation, I forgot what skill are you using?
Arcana. I'm looking for buttons and like something that's going to help propel us.
Great. Go ahead and give me your Arcana check.
26.
Wow. That could have gone so badly.
I got a nat 20 plus 6.
Wow.
20?
Nat 20.
God. So you're looking around as you all arrive. You're running out of this elevator that you've been popped up, and you're sprinting out, and there's no way that you're going to make it. You have that feeling of a trapped animal. You're looking at this structure that is getting destroyed by rubble falling above and its supports down below collapsing. And you run forward, you twirl your mace, and you reach out with it and strike the wall, and a panel opens up, and you slam a button. And the walkway activates an emergency protocol that gives you a temporary force cage above it and on the floor that allows you all to run along as you are all just watching through like almost like in an aquarium, right? Like you're under a pane of glass and there's things happening above, and it is catastrophic. You are watching the city down below just roil in explosions. But you have activated this emergency protocol that gives everyone, and it activates and has little lights that light up that head you to the
Like
most
an airplane, it's like
exactly. That is this is the closest emergency exit, and you are all sprinting along it. Additionally, we're gonna actually on a nat 20, we're gonna do 2 of these extra boons. Go ahead and roll me a d6 twice and tell me the number for each time.
Oh my god, I get booned. Okay, I got a 3.
Okay.
And I got a 1.
Okay, for the first one, go ahead and roll the 3. Go ahead and roll me a d4.
Yeah. 2.
Your walking speed increases by 10 feet for an hour.
Sick.
And what was the other one that you rolled?
A 1.
A 1. Go ahead and roll for me a d6.
And my d4 ready. Yeah. 3.
You, at the start of your turns
He's
for the
grinning.
next hour, are going to regain 1d4 hit points. So you slam this emergency button and it sends back an arcane shock through you that is designed to help people get out of an emergency as quickly as possible. And so you are feeling yourself like, and so you can roll 1d4 right now and regain it as hit points as you are sprinting out and your walking speed increases. If you did this a lot, you would maybe suffer some sort of consequence, but it is designed as like an emergency, like we need to get people out of this space real fast. And you get these double
Cool.
boons that are like helpful for getting people out of an emergency. And you're sprinting and you arrive at the door. Adolfo pulls out his thieves' tools and it is no problem to slam it open. And you all run out into the glade that you entered this space in. This quiet space. The door shuts behind you. You sort of hear the earth shifting, and you all take a moment. And then you hear the sound of wings. And arriving in this space are two figures riding mounts. And if we head on over to Foundry, we can see what we see. As you all tear out of the collapsing dungeon behind you, you see landing first on a rock nearby, a dragon in plate barding that lands, more of a dragonelle, and riding it, a figure with a red helm and eyes that burn there, holding a lance. They arrive first and they hold up the lance in a fist in a sort of a halt. And they look at you, but say nothing. And then second, dropping from the sky with no concern for itself, landing on the ground is a dragon devoid of flesh, hollow, bright points for its eyes, and spilling out of its mouth is a strange dark shadow. That's what you see first, because it is shocking and strange. But then, hopping down off of it, is a knight. Full plate, dark red spots for his eyes, metal points adorn his helm, and a massive sword at his side as he steps forward. He looks into you and regards you all and says, "Well done. The Lord of the Blades was a nuisance. Hand over the construct, and you may all leave this place." And anyone who'd like to can give me a history check right now. We're looking for a 15 on this. Let me know what we get.
Oh shit! I got a 12.
I do an insight check to see. I want to know if I believe that they're lying about letting us leave.
Okay.
You not rolling good enough. Oh, we got
Okay.
one.
We got one? Who beat a 15 on their history
Which
check?
one are you? Which skill?
History.
You got a 17. You're good.
Yeah,
That's
you've
you,
got
right?
that for
Alpha
certain.
got like a 28, I think.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
shit.
Okay.
I got a 12.
This figure walking forward is not known to everyone. And it is long before the rise of armies that will march on this place to try to take it for the Dragon Queen. But this is one of her oldest and most loyal servants. A Death Knight by the name of Lord Soth. And he strides forward and demands the construct. He is a frighteningly powerful marshal and spellcaster who can command armies as well as handle himself alone. What did you get on your insight check, Rosemary?
23.
You get the sense that if you truly just handed the thing over and were no obstacle, He has bigger and more important things to worry about, and will not spend the time it would take to finish you.
This man doesn't.
This man doesn't see us as a threat.
Rosemary's backing away.
Sorry. Rosemary's back.
Brother Nire is gonna say, "What will you do with it?"
That is none of your concern.
How long until the door to the cave closes?
The one behind you?
Mm.
Wow. Interesting question there, Adolfo. Let's say it took you a long time to get down there. You obviously got out there much faster. We'll put this in terms of the number of minutes that are left. Why don't you, for me, go ahead and roll 5D. No, well, I'll be generous. Go ahead and roll
o'clock, probably.
6D10.
Okay.
I can teleport people, just so you know, against their will.
Yeah, so can I.
I can teleport myself.
There are 39
39.
minutes left.
39 minutes. Okay.
Look, that's a long time.
That's not great. Well, there goes my attempt to bypass this whole nice scene you planned for us and end the night early.
Brother Nire is still gonna pursue,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna ask, "Will you release them?"
Lord Soth looks at you. I am interested in but one.
What
The
will you do
rest.
with the others?
Food for the queen.
Paul,
Okay.
just
Yeah.
so I'm clear, I have essentially 4 targets. Is that
Yep.
right?
Right now, that's what you're seeing.
I see 2 dragons, and then
Two riders.
soft, and then there's 1 rider that's not dismounted. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah, the rider in red has remained on her mount and seems to be at the ready.
Oh man. Okay.
Is anyone showing signs that they are preparing for battle?
Does
I'm-
let me ask you something. Does Adelpho understand what soft means by his intent?
You can give me an Arcana check to think about, to sort of extrapolate from what Soth is saying.
17.
On a 17, I mean this is wild arcane tech, but you're the master of, one of the masters of this who designed this prison. If Soth's interested in one of the beings in this gem, Soth may be looking for a way to free at least that one. You know that this would have catastrophic effects for the rest of the gems that contain them because of the nature of the homeostasis of this being. But then there'd be a free god. As you would assume from who Soth is, probably not one that would be pleasant out in the world. That would also have an incredibly powerful, unstable artifact in their arsenal. And so those are the facts that you're sort of aware of about what Soth is saying.
Adelpho turns to Romarino and for a moment looks genuinely sad in a way that you've never seen him sad before for his construct. And he leans over and he kisses Romarino, who's still carrying the construct on its forehead, and whispers something into its ear. And Romarino dashes back into the cave.
As Rosemarino starts to dash, I am going to say we're going to resolve this in initiative. Everyone go ahead and roll initiative. Wow. What a move. I'm going to collect everybody's
you beat me
initiative.
to the punch, Kane. But
That's
where's-
awesome.
where
Everybody-
is the?
Everybody go ahead and roll initiative. Great
Where's
question.
Initiative on D&D Beyond?
We're going to handle that all off screen. We're going to take a 5-minute break, roll initiative, and take a quick bio break. And we will be back in about 5 minutes with initiative rolled, ready to go. See you all soon. And welcome back. We have rolled initiative, and we arrive at this scene. The Lord Soth has strode forward. Adolfo starts to lean down, but realizing the ploy, the situation, Lord Soth draws his blade. Time goes into bullet time. And you would think Lord Soth would be the first to act, but he is not. It is, in fact, Brother Nire who is the first to the punch. Nire, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. I'm much better at the role-playing portion. Okay. I'm gonna cast Hex.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Hex on what's his nibs? Sloth? Sloth?
Soth.
Slurth? Soth?
Lord Soth.
My
You
bad.
are
Excuse
within
me,
range and can do it.
Lord
Yes.
Lord Soth, I would like. Oh yeah, where are we? Where am I? Who am
You
I?
are
I'm
We're
here.
like
there.
20
Okay, cool.
feet away.
Okay, sick. I don't think I need to go up to him to do it. I think I can
No.
just cast it. Yeah, I can cast
Yep.
it from 90 feet.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna cast Hex on him. I place a curse on him that I can see. I deal an extra 1d6 necrotic whenever I attack.
Great.
So, as far as we know, though, in this scenario, Rosemary has run inside. Has
Yep.
the pony?
No. So Rosemary ran inside? Did I miss that?
No, the pony did.
The
Buttercup.
What's
pony?
the pony's name?
Buttercup.
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 So Adolfo has started to
Okay.
lean down to whisper that should happen. And Soth has realized a shenanigan is about to go Ganigan and is about to unload, to stop whatever is about to happen. Not that Soth knows
Okay.
exactly what's about to happen, but takes that as, oh, you're not open to negotiation? We can do it this way. And has clearly started to surge forward.
Okay. Then
In the
I am
casting
gonna
of Hex, you also get to choose an ability check, a type of ability score that Soth will have disadvantage on making. So you can pick Strength, Dex, Con, Wisdom, Intelligence, Charisma. That was not the right order they're normally in. And if he has to make a check of those, he will have disadvantage.
Okay, my question, I will decide. My question about the Lord Sloth. Does he carry like a staff? What weapon does he carry?
He has a wicked-looking longsword in his hand that seems to radiate necrotic energy.
Can I ask, Gabriel, did you succeed your history check about him?
My what?
History
You
check.
made a history check on him. Did you?
I
succeed
did?
the history check?
When did I make a history?
I allowed everyone to make one. I don't think you
I'm
did.
just wondering if
I don't think I did.
high enough to know what would be
No.
the advantageous stat to pick.
No, I didn't. I'm not. I'm all brawn, apparently. I rolled. I think I rolled like a 12. So I didn't know that. So all I know is that he's looking peevish in our direction.
If you don't know what you want to pick, I'll just say pick Strength.
I'm gonna pick strength. Yeah, no, strength, because I was looking for like a staff, and then I might have gone with intelligence or wisdom or something.
Right.
But seeing a badass sword, 100%,
Yeah.
I'm going strength.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm going strength. Okay, and then I still get to attack him, correct?
You get your 2 attacks. I'll also let everyone know that is watching in Foundry, I am tracking the HP totals separately in D&D Beyond, so the green bar is not letting you know their health total. It's just a green bar beneath them. I don't know how to turn it off, so ignore it.
That's fair. Yeah, so I guess I could cast a spell, but I haven't really gotten that far.
So you've
yet.
already cast a leveled spell,
I
so you
cast-
could cast a cantrip, or you could attack.
Oh, Hex is a leveled spell?
It is a first level spell.
Why isn't it in my first level spells?
Because it
Do
is
I
an
get
upcast.
for
You
free?
have upcast it as a 5th level spell or whatever you have as a warlock, because you only have your highest level spell slot as a warlock. Also, don't forget, at the start of your turn, you regain 1d4 hit points because you have this emergency protocol.
Yeah. 1. Sick. I'll take it. Bing. Okay.
Please
Then I
exit
won't
the
cast
building
spell.
now.
I'm just Yeah, just in the background.
Just in your
Okay,
head.
sorry. I didn't realize that I was gonna be going first. I'm just wildly unprepared. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna swing at him.
Great. You're gonna run up to him.
I'm gonna take my Morning Star. I'm
Cool.
gonna run into him, and I'm gonna attack him. I'm just gonna kind of like roll my eyes, and I'm gonna come at him, and I'm just gonna.
You are making a mistake.
Yeah, I know. I know. Okay, so because I've got Hex, do I the 1d6 is not already connected to my Morning Star damage, right?
No, so you are gonna first have to roll to hit. So go ahead and roll to see if you hit. You
Just
get
a
2
regular
attacks.
D20? Do I
Yep,
add
it's a
anything to
d20
it?
plus your modifier, which I think is a crazy number. Is it 13 or 11 or what is it? Let's take a look.
Where is that?
Your Morningstar is a plus 11 to hit, and it has a plus 11 to damage.
Oh,
Because
yeah, okay,
Hex
yeah, so
blades
this is-
are bonkers.
Okay. So I got 21.
21 hits. I have no
Oh,
shenanigans.
I feel like there's barely in that sentence that you withheld. Okay, so I hit, and then I do 1d8 plus 11 plus 1d6. Is that correct?
Sorry, the numbers are going to be your sorry,
I've never played a level 15 before, so I'm just
it's a lot. You're going to roll 1d8 plus
Okay.
1d6
Yeah.
plus 11.
Okay,
And I'm just
cool.
going to quickly check what Eldritch Invocations you have here, just to make sure that if you wanted to use
I'm gonna roll this on D&D.
okay. You have some fun things. Okay, you don't have Eldritch Smite, so you're just doing that. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna roll this. I'm just gonna roll my d6 on the side.
Okay.
Okay, so I rolled
little
17
d6 on the side.
a little d6 on the side. Ding! So I rolled 17 for, I guess, bludgeoning damage or
Your Morningstar is actually piercing. Yeah.
piercing. That makes sense, actually. So piercing damage plus
Spiky.
4 necrotic.
So okay, so that's you rolled what? Sorry, can you say the numbers again? Just give me the total. And actually, no,
Yeah,
do separate the necrotic for me.
Okay, so 17 piercing,
Great. Okay.
4 necrotic.
Great. You smack into him. That's your first hit. You get 2 of these as you run up to him and
Do I have
swing
to
with
roll
the
for like
Morningstar.
success again?
You have
or
to
do I
roll
just
to
go
hit
for
him
it?
again. Yep. Each
Okay,
attack
I got-
roll you roll for.
13.
Does that include your modifier? Did you roll a 2?
Yeah, I
Great.
rolled the 2.
You strike him once and he like steps back, and your second swing he
Yeah, I was
reaches
gonna
up
go for
his
like
sword.
an up hand, just like
yeah.
nearly.
He reaches his sword up and just knocks your Morningstar away. On the second hit, repeating again, you are making a mistake. Anything else? You use your bonus action, your action.
I just look at him and I say,
most of your movement.
"Yeah, no, I'm pretty much tapped out." Well, no, I got extra 10. Don't I have like 60?
You could walk away from him.
I'm within his grasp though. That's a bad
It
idea.
would trigger an attack of opportunity if you.
No, I'm
move.
not interested in that. Nope, I'm
Okay.
good. No, I just look at him and I say, "Maybe."
Okay. He is going at the end of your turn. He's going to use a legendary action, and he's going to pull out all the stops because Adolfo is leaning down to whisper something to his mount. So he's actually going to use all 3 of his legendary actions to cast a spell, and he's going to cast Banishment at a 6th level, and he's going to target Adolfo. He's going to target Adolfo's mount, and he's going to target Wyhan. So from those 3, did you get one more? Let me just check. Because it's at 4th level. Nope, it's okay. So it's 3 targets. From those 3 that I just listed, I'm going to need charisma saving throws.
No, you shall not, because Rosemary goes unauthorized use of illegal magics and counter spells at a 6th level.
So I said it was 6th level, which is how you knew it was 6th level. Give me, as Rosemary, an Arcana check to identify the level of the spell.
Fair. I would
Okay,
25.
you identify the level of the spell, and you smack it out of his hand as he.
It's a 6th level spell slot, though, y'all. And my hand finishes glowing blue, and then I realize that I've made myself a target. And you see Rosemary try to look incredibly small. Like all of their armor plates sort of like tighten up.
All the gaps close in.
Yeah, like.
God, that's an amazing. That's a really good counter spell. Okay.
It's really scary. I've played Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay. That was his legend. That was all of his legendary actions. It now is Yhan's turn.
Okay, so I'm going to play Copycat and also do Banishment. But I have a question. Since the first rider that landed never got off of the dragon, is that technically one?
No, there's still two separate targets.
Two separate.
So you have to pick who you want to target.
Okay.
An area of effect spell will hit both of them.
Mm-hmm. But you're banishing. At what level are you going to So at 4th level, banishment targets one creature. And you can increase the number of creatures it targets by using a higher level spell slot. How many are you trying to hit?
Thoughts, guys?
Let me take a look at how many spell slots you have.
Where would I find that?
It's in that big old list of spells. So you could do this as high as set 8th. Holy crow, wizards! Oh my god.
You could hit all of them.
You could
So
just
it says 4 additional targets in that, right?
Just to talk this through. The thing with this spell is if you target all of them, they all disappear for a minute, but then they all reappear where they were before.
A minute's a chance to get a long far away.
It's a minute to run, but they've got a huge fuck off dragon and they could chase us. Unless someone has kind of group teleport.
One of the stipulations on this banishment is if they are native to this plane of existence, they go somewhere nice, but if they're not, then they go somewhere bad. Do we know that information?
No, they go where they're from if they're not native to this plane. You can't transport people.
You get the sense that they are, from your earlier history checks, these are all native to this plane of existence. Though Lord Soth and his dragon are undead, they come from here. And the Dragonel and the Rider are probably from here. So they will be somewhere for a minute, and they would come back.
Gotcha.
So if you cast a
crowd control, you can reduce the amount of targets that are in front of us, so we can burn the ones that are left down.
Which I'll just say, banishment, you could at a 7th level hit all of them, and they might not all go away because they get a chance to save. Yeah. And with a couple of them gone, it might make it a lot easier to deal with the ones that are still here. So you don't even have to use your highest level for that. You could use 7th level to like hit all 4 of them because that gives you 1 plus 3 additional for upcasting, and you could see what you get.
And one round is what, 6 seconds? Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, you'd get 10 rounds.
So we get 10 rounds, Psalms, whoever gets banished. Which could be dope.
Is that correct?
Yeah. That's what if they fail. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna roll.
Here we go.
You're casting banishment at a 7th level. I'll just click that on your spell list so you'll see that disappears as option 7th level. And I'm gonna roll some really important saves right now. I'm gonna roll them in Foundry so you can all see them. We'll go first for the Death Dragon. That is actually its name. It's a Death Dragon.
Oh, creative bunch.
The thing about the Death Dragon is that it is not a very charismatic fellow. And this is a charisma saving throw.
Yes.
So we'll see what will happen. It has a -3 to this roll, which is not good because Yhan's spell save is an 18. So this Death Dragon needs to roll a natural 20 to not vanish. And that is also me making an exception about the rules of natural 20s. So here I go. 1d20 -3. Yep, that's a 10. So
Bye-bye.
the death dragon, its jaw beginning to open and preparing to launch a cataclysmic fire at you all, just goes boop and vanishes. We will now roll for the Dragonel. God, I'm getting wrecked again. This is crazy. Okay. What a great choice. Well done.
We're just a creative bunch.
Okay. The Dragon Army Dragonel gets a +0 to this charisma saving throw. So it needs to roll an 18, 19, or 20. Here's the roll. That's a 7.
Lesser Death Dragon.
There is and this Dragonel vanishes, and the Red Rider lands in a 3-point stance down on top of the rock. They're about to also make their save as they land, clearly upset about the absence of their Dragonel. They are going to roll now. They get a +2, so they need a 16 or higher on the die. Wow, this is horrible. This is amazing. Oh, it was almost a 17. Oh my God. Red Ruin, one of the most fearsome dragon riders to have ever lived on Kryn, vanishes, and we now come to Lord Soth. I won't tell you what he adds to this, but I'll just let you know if he succeeds or fails. I'm going to roll the die. Even with an impressive modifier, that is a failure. But Lord Soth is going to burn one of his 3 legendary resistances and stay. The lone fighter left on this field.
It seems fair.
Flame roars out of his eyes as he sees himself suddenly abandoned on all sides. But
Wyhan looks at Sloth. What were you saying about mistakes?
If you didn't do it, I was gonna. Oh my God. Oh God.
Well, Lord Soth looks back and says, "You will see." But it's not his turn. It's Fizban's turn. Because Fizban rolled a natural 19 on his initiative. It gets to go first.
Close and attack, baby. Know your roll. Right. Love your roll.
You run on in.
Nira immediately goes.
Go ahead and make your attacks. I can't believe how much in 2 turns the battlefield has shifted from me being like, I'm going to banish a bunch of them to my guys are banished now. Oh, bummer. Level 15. You got to be careful. Yeah, Vigvar. Take
You approved my counter spell. That was I have not picked any of my spells for this character.
Mm-hmm. I did. So roll to hit. Fizban.
That's a 25.
25 hits. You will deal an additional 1d8 on any smites that you choose to use this turn, because this is an undead.
That's right. And okay. All right. I see what I need to do. All right. So I'm just curious here. It has that I can throw Guiding Bolt as an attack, even though it's not an attack. I mean, that even though it's a spell.
So it's a ranged spell attack, so you'd have to do it from a distance, or else you'd have disadvantage. You could do it on your way in, but you don't get another attack.
No, I'll just swing it.
Okay. Also, while you're doing that, I forgot, Lord Soth has advantage on saves, so he actually doesn't need to burn a legendary resistance. He does save.
Okay.
Advantage on saves and magic. What did you get on your...
Second attack is 26.
That will also hit.
And then I get an extra +8, is that right?
A D8. So so you deal with your weapon that you swing with. Let me pull up your character sheet right now, because this is going to be
1d8 +4.
So actually, yes. So you deal 1d8 plus 4. You deal an additional d8 because of improved Divine Smite. So you just deal an additional radiant damage all the
Right.
time. Now, if you choose to use any spell slots to smite, so normally a first level spell slot would deal 2d8. On Soth, because he's undead, it deals 3d8. So you can pick what spell slots you want to use, and they will deal each an additional 1d8 because he's an
Well,
undead.
I was going to use I was going to use my staggering smite at 4th level.
You may do that. So you use your bonus action to cast Staggering Smite.
Yeah.
Here's the crazy thing about Paladins. You can still stack other smites on it if you want, just so you know. But you're welcome to be as conservative as you'd like. So you're going to cast a Staggering Smite. So that
I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna go all the way into 4th in my 4th level, or maybe
Okay.
yeah, my 4th level spell slot.
So Staggering Smite, let me just find that for you. Where'd we go?
It's 46
Yes.
psychic damage.
That's right. Okay. So you're going to deal 1d8 plus 4 plus 4d6 plus 1d8 plus 4 on the second hit.
Okay.
Any other smites on the second hit that you want to drop on? You can drop spell slots to turn into smites.
Well, can I do that? Well,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Then
Paladins, baby. This is what they're
Yeah.
all about.
yeah. I guess I'll go ahead and use I don't, let me check my spell slots, because I used some spell slots when
Yep.
I was going through. Where are they? Okay. Yeah, I have one more. Yeah, I have one more third level spell slot, so I'm going to use Searing Smite with the third level.
So
spell
you
on
can't
that.
cast another of the
Oh, okay.
named
You're talking about
smite
next
spells.
round.
Right now, what you can do is
Okay.
just the normal Divine Smite, which is when you
Okay.
hit, you can say, "Oh, I want to use a third level slot to deal
I gotcha.
X amount extra."
Gotcha. Well, that's what I
Yeah.
will do. My divine slot. I mean, my divine smite at third level spell. Got it.
Okay,
so
great.
that'll
So
be
that
an
would
extra.
be that would normally be 4d8. It'll be 5d8.
Okay, so I'm gonna add, what I'm
Feel
gonna do here is
crazy.
I'm gonna roll 5d8 and 4d6. Those are my bonuses before I
And then
do the
you'll
actual
roll
damage
2d8,
rolls.
and then you can just add into this 2d8 plus 8 as well for the
Right,
weapon
exactly.
damage.
Yeah, I can do that separately though. Yeah. So
Okay.
this is the bonus damage.
This is just all the bonus. Go ahead and let me know what it is. God, Paladins coming in swinging.
Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong
It's okay.
thing on that. There we go. So did all that come through?
I'm seeing damage for the longsword right now.
But the bonus damages didn't go through?
No.
Okay, so the two long swords were 14. All right. So I'll go through there. Put this back. Sorry.
Well, I've got the weapon damage. I've got 7 and 6 as
13.
weapon damage. So 13.
But that big massive roll didn't go through?
Is anyone else seeing a big massive roll in the chat in the log? I'm not.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll it? I can type it out right now and roll it because it's
Yeah, go ahead and roll it so you can
Okay.
have it again. I mean, I don't mind doing it again, but go ahead and knock
okay.
yourself out.
Here,
Yep.
So it's you did 5d8 from a smite.
5d8.
Right.
Yep.
Plus,
And then 46. And then 46.
Plus 4d6. Okay. Was there anything else that needed to be? No, that's everything. Okay.
That's it. That's all the bonuses there. Yeah.
Is there anything else? Okay, and then I need to make a wisdom saving throw as well for the staggering smite. Oh, so that's 46 more points of damage. Holy crow. Okay. And then I'm wisdom saving throw. What is your spell save?
Where is that on? I'm sorry, I
I'll
don't know
pull it
that
up
on my
right
sheet.
now.
very well.
It's okay. If you look at your spells at the very top, your spell save is 18.
Oh, okay, 18.
Great. We're gonna roll. Lord Soth has advantage on this. And this is a wisdom saving throw, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, that comes out to be...
No. Well. Yeah. Constitution on the.
Oh, staggering
I
is
think.
con? It's con?
I think so. Hold on. Let me check real
find
fast again. No, it's wisdom. You're right. I was looking at
Okay.
searing. You're
Great.
right.
He passes, and so does not suffer a disadvantage. I'm just going to make sure he doesn't take half, because that would be complicated. I don't think that's true. Nope. Great. He saves on the rest of the effects, but he does take the damage.
Okay.
Great. Is that the end of your turn, Fizbin? That you've used your action to attack twice,
And I've
you've used
used
your
my-
bonus action.
Bonus action in my movement. I'm good to go.
Great.
I still have a reaction, but I don't need it right now.
Yep. Lord Soth is going to level his sword at a point that is between all of you all. I'm just going to double check the radius on this ability here. Okay. Yeah, that's all of you. Actually, he's going to do it right there. I'm going to need everyone to give me a dexterity saving throw. The DC on this is 19. Five is not going to save.
I fail.
15.
15 also fails.
Which it's a D20.
Yep. Roll a d20, and you add to this
Plus four.
Wyhan.
14.
14 also fails. Wyhan, you add +5 to this.
5. Yikes.
Oh, so cool.
Okay. So, I'm going to roll some damage, and then I'm going to describe what happens. And then we're going to have a really critical roll from Wyhan to maintain that banishment. So, Lord Soth deals to you all 36 fire damage, because everyone failed, is that right? Did anyone pass? Okay. And additionally, 43 necrotic damage.
Question. Rosemary can, Buttercup can just take damage from me, right?
I'll look at the language of that. I think that might be about attack rolls, but let me just check.
Now, do reactions apply in this situation?
Do you have a relevant reaction to
Like
use?
shield?
This was a save, not an attack.
Fuck. So how much damage was that?
The total damage there was... Sorry, I'm looking at Adolfo's sheet. 36 fire, 43 necrotic.
I'm down.
Okay. Rosemary
You're
goes
down.
down.
Too?
You're down 2?
Wyhan goes down. Luckily, I think you all had enough hit points that no one outright dies from this.
No.
Because you would need to have had. Yeah, I don't believe anyone outright dies, because if you did, you would turn into a skeleton under Lord Soth's command. But you're just at 0 hit points, making death saving throws. As far as the Steel Defender, Adelpho, the defender can impose disadvantage on the attack roll of one creature that it sees within 5 feet of it. I don't know if it can just take damage for you.
Is any of this damage strength related?
No.
Fuck. Sorry, I mean, shoot.
The bad news, Adolfo, is that I'm realizing that your defender needs to make this roll too.
No!
Buttercup needs to roll.
What's Buttercup's dex?
Buttercup's dex is +1. They need to roll an 18 on the die.
Yeah, Buttercup does not.
Great. Buttercup takes all that damage.
Yeah, so I'm at 0 HP as well.
Lord Soth points at that spot between you all, and an eruption of cataclysmic fire burns out from all of you. Wyhan and Adolfo hit the deck. Wyhan, as you pass out, you lose concentration on the banishment. And popping back into existence. Death Dragon, Red Rider, Dragonelle. Lord Soth looks at you, Wyhan, as you collapse and says, "This was your mistake. It did not need to be this way." However, the dragon's turn is past. It is now Red Ruin's turn. Red Ruin and their mount are going to fly over to Fizbin. And Red Ruin is going to take some attacks on you, Fizbin. First one. It's 27 to hit. Second one. 23 to hit. Third one. 22 to hit. Just railing down into you with this lance. They are actually still 10 feet up in the air as the dragon sort of pivots around, and they're reaching down with a lance out of your reach. We are going to roll the damage now, so that's going to be...
Can I use a reaction here?
What reaction do you... Yeah, what reaction do you have?
Glorious Defense.
Okay, what does this do?
Let's see here. When I or another creature within 10 feet is hit by an attack, you can use your reaction to grant a +4 to your armor class.
Okay, does that make any of those attacks miss?
That makes my armor class 24.
Okay, let me just take a look at if any of those... Oh yeah, that makes... is that against all attacks for the round? Or is that against one attack?
It doesn't say. It just says...
Okay, let me take a look.
Hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction. So I guess it's just one.
Okay, well, let me see. When you're hit by...
You can make...
Glorious Defense. Oh, but there is going to be a follow-up thing here that happens. You can use against that attack is in the larger description.
Okay.
But it does make one of the attacks miss. So the follow-up ability triggers. You can make one weapon attack against the attacker as part of this reaction. The challenge here is that she is 10 feet away from you striking with a lance, and you have a weapon of 5 feet of reach. You can... I will allow this to let you attack the dragon that she is riding.
Okay.
As that is, she is mounted to it, and it's part of her movement.
It has to be a weapon attack?
It does. It says here you can make one weapon attack.
Okay.
So I will allow you to attack the dragon. Good news is she's a mounted combatant, and she automatically makes that attack target her, so you do get to hit her. I'm just working it all out of my brain. So you can make... So one of these attacks misses. I'm going to alter that in the damage here because of your pure... What does this look like as you channel this divinity or you use this sort of glorious defense? What does Fizbin do to
instead of having like an amulet or anything like that, like it's just on his breastplate. It's on like the breastplate, the holy symbol. So as it's coming in, he's bringing his sword up, his shield up for defense, and he's placing. And as that one point is coming in, he's placing that hand and then calling down the divine power in that moment.
Awesome. Go ahead and
so
make
he's in this kind of crouched position, and you can't kind of see him like do it, but that's where that.
That's
is.
awesome. Go ahead and make your attack roll as part of this reaction against it would be the Dragonelle, but Red Ruin redirects it at them so that it doesn't hit the dragon.
Ugh, I fumble. No, it's a 7. I thought it was a 1, but it's a 7. I've got these black dice. It's hard to read. 16.
So Red Ruin has a lance in one hand, which you can wield mounted one-handed, and the other a shield, and they catch on their shield your attack. But one of their attacks does miss. They do still deal to you. Oh, it didn't roll. You can 1 second. I forgot the R/. Okay. You take 19 piercing.
Oh.
And okay, I'm so bad at programming. There we go. And this amount of fire damage. 16 fire damage.
16?
Yep.
I'm out.
And the Dragonelle lands there, seeing you down, leaning over. And we now go to Rosemary. Rosemary, you can give me a death saving throw.
Who's still alive? No!
That you're it.
Oh, fuck.
What was your death saving throw? 1? I'm not hearing you. 5. I'm not
5. Sorry, I couldn't.
5. Gotcha.
Yeah, 5.
Okay. That is a failure.
Gabriel,
We
you
go-
got to absorb the Legion.
We go now to Adolfo. Death saving throw.
What do I roll?
Just a D20. Yep.
Oops, I rolled the D29. Ignore that.
D29.
5 fails.
It's another 5. However, is your Steel Defender still up?
How many hit points does it have? I can't view it on.
Oh, okay. I'll let you know. Your Steel Defender had a total of 73 hit points at the start of this encounter.
Yeah, the Steel Defender would still be up with like 4 hit points.
What were the last words you said to the Steel Defender? Your last command before?
Go into the cave.
Buttercup turns and darts into the cave and presses a button. The doors shut behind it. And for the moment, the Legion construct has run behind the doors. That's Buttercup's turn. We come back to the top. Brother Neri.
What? Holy shit. Okay, so I have a question. I probably can't use one of my bonus actions as a reaction when the bomb went off, hey?
No. What is the bonus action?
Relentless Hex, where I can teleport.
Relentless Hex, yeah, it's usually used on your turn. So you couldn't have used it to get out of the blast
okay.
radius.
I thought maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Shoot, it's that I can see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, frick. I was gonna say I could almost use it to teleport into the building, but I need to be able to see it.
Give me you want to use Relentless Hex to or can you Misty Step? How would you teleport into the building?
Relentless Hex just allows me to magically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that I can see. Oh, no, never mind. It has to be within 5 feet of my target.
Yep.
So I can show up behind my guy. Never mind. Misunderstood the assignment. Okay. Gee. There's a lot of pressure on this, and I have absolutely no idea what to do. Okay. He's hexed. That's not going to do anything, because none of them are looking rough. Like, Mr. Lord Death isn't looking very bad. Is he?
He got hit pretty hard.
Is he looking?
I did a ton of damage on him up front, but
Yep.
I mean, this thing is so powerful.
I know. That's why I'm like.
Vikavar is pointing out, I also need a concentration save for your hex against that pile of damage that you got hit with from Lord Soth.
Oh my god! So he might not be hexed.
He might not be hexed. So that's going to be the total
what
on
do I
that
do?
damage.
Good.
We'll just call it a DC 20 con save that I need from you right now to keep concentration on your hex.
Con button on D&D Beyond, or is it just a regular D20?
It's a D20 plus your Constitution modifier,
Okay.
which is +3.
Okay, so I guess
So
I
you need
just
to roll a
did
17.
that. Your girl rolled a 12.
So you lose
So-
concentration on hex.
He's not hexed anymore. So what do I do? Oh boy, I could just hex him again, but that's my bonus action.
It is a bonus
so-
action.
Oh no, and my spell.
And your spell slot.
Oh god.
It's pretty dire. I wouldn't disagree. I won't mince words here. It's pretty
I
dire.
just wasn't expecting it to be this dire when it was my turn. I'm so sorry. Can I do this?
I will remind you that you got a
Mhm.
potion this
I did.
session.
No, I didn't. Did I?
Oh no, you got regeneration.
No,
Some of your
I never
friends
got a
potions.
potion.
Yeah, you regenerate. Oh yeah, you regain 4 hit points at the start of your turn.
Oh, great. That's going to make a huge difference. It's a 3. I'll
get
take what I can
you
get.
3 hit points. Great.
Oh, God. Oh, boy. Okay. So I'm thinking I'm going full tilt. I could hex him or I could do power word pain. I've never done anything like that.
Whoa.
I know.
I don't think Brother Nire has ever even tapped into this.
I know, but times are tough.
Times are tough.
Okay. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna be useful. But you said he's looking rough?
He looks like he got hit really hard. I'll say this. In this moment, as you're trying to decide who to cast this thing on that you've never cast on before, give me an insight check.
Oh, God. This is so much pressure. Why is everyone so quiet? Oh, it's only a 16.
Why is everyone so quiet? Because it's dire. 16?
I know.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
16.
you're looking at these. You don't think this will affect Soth. He's still
Okay.
hardy.
Oh my
You-
God, are you kidding me?
You think that this you see that the Red Rider
He's looking too good.
Mhm. The Red Rider is looking looks like well, this is sort of like breaks the Nire doesn't have this thought, but I'll say this for you all who are in the campaign. This is, Red Rider is at their peak in the time of your campaign as a fearsome warrior. They are right now here as an assistant to Lord Soth, and you think they would get crippled by power word pain. They look like a young, talented dragon rider. You think also it would affect their Dragonelle if you hit them with it.
But do I go for them or do I go for the guy who's probably gonna come at me? Okay, this is too much pressure. Guys, I have so
I
many
mean, they're on a
spells. that
dragon now. That thing's gonna get you anyway.
Can't do anything wrong at this point. This has
Yeah.
already gone completely tits up.
Yeah.
Just take the best option.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna do power word pain then, and I'm gonna cast it on Dragonelle.
On the Dragonelle.
Yeah.
What do you speak to cause this power word pain?
Ouchie.
What does Brother Nire say?
Yeah.
He says, let's get the rodents out of the way.
Wow. This Dragonelle starts to seize as it as its head collapses as it is being affected by power word pain. Its speed is 10 feet. It is disadvantage on attacks. It's functionally incapacitated, though it can still move a little bit. You've used your Mystic Arcanum as your action to cast Power Word Pain, and this thing is gripped by strange arcane bursts. These patterns of morning stars moving across its body.
Cool.
Great.
As for my for my bonus action,
Yeah.
can I save my bonus action and then I could use my little teleport option?
Not
Or no?
typically. If you can hold whole actions, but usually bonus actions you can't save. Tell me what you're trying to do though.
I'm literally just thinking about if he comes at me, I want to be able to hey, yeah. Just move
Gotcha.
out of the way.
Yeah,
In that case, I
you don't
can
have a
just
mechanical
teleport
thing to represent that.
for funsies. There's kind of
You've
no
lost
point,
your
though.
hex, so you can't relentless hex.
Yeah, I know. Oh, fuck, you're right. Okay, then as my bonus action, I cannot do anything. I don't think I can do anything as a bonus action, can I? Wait, can I whack him? Can I?
Nope.
It's funny, Hex falls under my bonus action, but I still imagine it's a spell. So does my 2-weapon fighting falls under a bonus action.
You don't
can't be
have
right.
a second weapon in your hand right now, and you can cast your hex
it
when
would
you
be
have
if
your
I had
hex.
like.
Yep. Yeah, if you had 2 daggers or something. I think that's going to be the end of your turn.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn. I'm just debating if I want to move or not. So I could either move towards the person who's in pain or towards the dragon who's not in pain. Gee, my options are so good. I'm just gonna stay put.
Great.
My turn's done.
Wyhan,
I passed the turn.
it is your turn.
Yes.
You are down, if I understand correctly.
Yes.
Please go ahead and roll for me a death saving throw. The
Alright,
way
so
you do this is
20.
you just roll a d20. If you get a 10 or above, it's a success. If you get a nat 20, you get a turn.
All right, and then on my character sheet it says I have +1 on saves. Does that pertain to this or no?
I believe it does. Yes, your cloak
+1
of
bonus on
protection.
saves.
Yep. So it is
Okay.
it is 1d20 plus 1.
So +1. Hey. Hit it.
Well, it's not a failure because of your bonus. That is 1 success as you are laying on the ground, reflecting on your mistakes. So go ahead and mark you have 1 successful death saving throw. Fizbin, death saving throw.
Nope, I got a 9.
That is a failure. Lord Soth is up next. He is going to walk 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What is his total speed? Ugh.
Do I get a reaction?
You do. You can reaction. He does not disengage.
Well,
As he
I
walks
guess I whack
past you.
him.
Go for it.
So afraid.
He walks past you with a absolute lack of concern for you and for those of that he has knocked to the ground with explosive
Vanquished,
fire.
I think is the word you're
Yeah.
looking for.
Yeah, what a bitch. Okay, I'm gonna just, I guess, come at him with my Morning Star then.
Right?
Yeah. I don't get the little D6. Wait, what did I frickin' roll?
Hey, Paul, I have something
there
that I
was-
might need to retcon. I have a question.
Okay. What's that?
I didn't see this, but on my sheet, there's a thing that says A, and it says against spells and magical effects, I get advantage.
Whoa.
I didn't see that. It's
Whoa.
on my
Okay.
yeah. So I don't know.
Okay.
Does the sword does that count as that? I don't know if that's
Um,
going to make any difference at this point, but
But the big difference it would make is against the fire that the explosive fire, which is definitely a magical effect. It's not a spell, but
And
it's
the-
a magical
Is the
effect.
necrotic also, or no?
Yep. Yes. So you'd have advantage on that save, which was a dexterity save.
Yeah.
So this will get real complex if you succeed, but go ahead and roll another dexterity saving
Sorry,
throw.
buddy. Sorry, everybody.
No,
I
it's
guess I
okay.
should know this sheet. I've never
you-
seen that thing before.
No worries. You have.
I feel like I can roll it while Nire, you're doing your thing.
Mm-hmm.
I already did
Um,
my thing.
Didn't matter.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. Nira, did you hit? Did you hit him
Oh,
as he walked
12. No. Oh wait,
12
no,
is
no,
not.
that's not the one. Is that the one? No, I'm doing. That's damage.
away? Yeah, you want to roll to hit first.
How do I roll to hit again? Sorry. I should not do
Everyone's
this.
so stressed.
I'm so stressed out.
You.
There
you
we go. Got it.
You have a plus 11
And
to hit.
I got 21.
21 hits.
Yay! I did 12 damage.
Pretty good for a reaction. Incredible. He continues to walk away from you.
I knew it. I knew he was gonna be like, yeah, whatever.
He heads to the door here. But in order to do so, he has to dash. So he has to use an action to dash to get to this door, and he arrives at it and begins to place his hands on it and is going to try to wrench it open on his turn. As he does so, he yells out to Red Ruin, "Finish them." Red Ruin is going to fly up. Wow, this is pretty dire. He's actually going to fly around over here. Oh no, the mount can't move. Has to get off of their mount and walk up to you. Actually, we'll stay over here because it can't attack you within 10 feet or will have disadvantage. And is going to try to hit you with the Ember Lance, Nire. Does a 14 hit you?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Does a 10 hit you?
Nope.
Deprived of their rider, Red Ruin is not a very effective fighter. The Dragonel seizes in pain and is just going to attempt at the end of the turn to make a save against Power Word Pain. What is your spell save DC?
I think my spell save DC is 18.
5 on the die is not going to do it. Still writhing. Okay. That's their turn. Rosemary, you have one failed death saving throw, if I remember correctly. Go ahead and give me another.
Seven.
It's a second failure.
Oh
It says
no!
16 on my screen. It says you get +6 or +9 on your save for whatever reason. It came up as 16.
There's a problem with the thing. Did it come up as 6? No, I have it in D&D Beyond as a 16.
Yeah.
Oh, 16. Which is a fail?
So it's not a Constitution saving throw. It's just a raw D20. So you rolled a 7.
Oh, D20.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I get to. Never mind. I was playing
No worries.
thinking of my other character where I do get to use con saves. Get a bonus.
Great.
So
That's a
check.
second failure.
Yep.
Adolfo, it's your turn. Death
Come on,
saving
buddy.
throw. Come on. Nat 20.
Oh!
What?
DM called it.
Adolfo, you come up at the start of your turn with 1 hit point, and you can take your turn.
Okay.
Take the potion. Take the freaking potion.
Potion of speed.
Fuck.
What would you like to do?
Okay, I want to talk about the door to this cavern.
Yeah.
Now that it is closed,
Mm-hmm.
long until it opens again.
So it looks like Lord Soth is going to try to muscle it open to try to find the apparatus to open it. you all had to solve a puzzle to get into it. You all had to like place a set of runes that lit up at a certain time of moonlight at night. And Lord Soth doesn't look like he's interested in sitting around to try to solve a puzzle, and he has 38 minutes to figure it out. So he's going to try to muscle his way in, and he might succeed, and he might fail. Unclear? He doesn't seem to know the way in, is I guess what you realize from him trying to wrench the door open, is that he's not tried to open this. He waited on you all to go in to do it for him, and was here waiting to ambush you on the way out. This is wild. Nat
How do
20.
temporary hit points affect 0 hit point status?
They will not bring people up. You need to give them healing
You
to
actually
bring them
heal
up.
them. So I can't use bravery as a workaround.
No.
Fuck. I don't have a lot of options, guys.
Run your little legs off, buddy.
Yeah.
So I'll let you also know, just because you do have that potion of speed. My personal rule for potions is that they're bonus actions to drink. You can choose, really, if you want action or bonus action. And your potion of speed gives you, haste. Non-concentration for... Let's see what that does. How long that lasts. Is it 3 rounds? Yeah, for 1 minute. No, it's a full minute.
Okay. I'll drink the potion.
Great.
And
It also gives you like a +2 to your armor class, right?
Yep. +2 to armor class, +2 to dex saves.
And advantage on dex
No,
saves.
sorry, advantage on dex saves, yeah.
I get 1. I'm just looking at the spell.
You still get your normal action, because you haven't used that yet to drink the potion, and you get an additional action that can be used to dash, disengage, or make a weapon attack.
Or take the attack. It can't be a spell.
I think in this moment I would allow, depending on what sort of spell we're talking about casting, I could be convinced
Okay,
to allow it.
I'd like to use my main action to cast Aura of Vitality.
That's big. That's pretty
Now
darn
I can
big.
use my bonus action to target Yhan with it, and Yhan will immediately regain 2d6 hit points.
In this
So I'll
instant,
roll that.
I will allow it. I will allow the potion to be a minor action to drink and bonus action
That's
to
how
target.
you know.
Yeah.
That's how
As
you
part
know
of the
it's
casting
dire.
of the spell. Yeah.
Yhan gains 9 hit points and is up. Now, with haste, I can use the action to attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object action. Dash, engage, hiding, or using an object are all considered bonus actions, and the text of Aura of Vitality is that as a bonus action, heal someone in the party 2d6. You think it can be take advantage of the haste spell to use it.
I like the shenanigan, and I will ask for a roll to see if it works. So, because you're pushing what can normally be done with this, so we'll leave it up to the dice. I will say, give me. I'm just gonna call it Arcana to see if you can get this rapid spell casting off. In time to, in with this, you've drank this potion and you're moving as fast as you can. Give me
19.
Yeah, that'll do it. You may use a bonus action to target another creature with your Aura of Vitality.
Okay, who has more utility to fuck this?
That's up to the group.
Sean.
I could try. I mean, I don't. I'll have a guiding bolt.
Primary because of the possibility of another banishment coming off really well.
Yeah, I mean, all I have is like a guiding bolt and just hand to hand and some of that smite stuff. But if I get rid of him, the other 3 are going to wax us. So probably a banishment's probably better.
Yeah, so Yhan's already up. Rosemary.
I'll also say the
tactically
paladin has a lot of
drop.
healing capabilities and lay on hands and stuff.
He could heal everybody, so I'm not the only player.
Well, I only have 75 in my lay on hands, and
Only?
I mean, but I mean, I have some other things, but I don't know that I would have time to get to everybody. Is the problem? You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I had some big damage stuff that I could do if we could whittle anything down to 150 HP. If we think that something has 150 worth of hit points, I could power word stun it. I have Crown of Stars, and I could deal some pretty heavy damage over a couple of turns. And I could, Storm Sphere actually might not be terrible either. But yeah,
I do have Magic Circle.
Magic Circle takes a
I
while
have
to
Magic
cast.
Circle
I'm
at
gonna
a fourth
I'm gonna
level.
say we might make an incorrect choice, but it's we need to make a decision now about you've succeeded in this role. You got to bring somebody up, but I'm gonna need a choice here now.
Yeah. Targets Rosemary in a moment of emotional weakness.
Oh,
Not a person. It's a thing.
this is why we play this game.
Oh my god.
And then, do I still have a move?
You do. You have
You do?
double your
Okay.
movement because
Well,
of
then-
haste.
Oh yeah. So I'm going to just get fucking. Oh wait, I need to say. Let's see, 2d6. The range on.
Ooh, Vikavar does point out that you are prone, so you do have to use 15 of your
Okay.
movement to stand.
I get up. I get up.
I
That's
get
still
it.
like 45 that you can book out.
Others. How much movement do I have left?
45. I'm gonna rule that the half is half of your normal movement, not half of your hasted movement, because I just think that rule is a little bit
4,
wonky.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Such a fast little gnome. Rapid spell casting, bringing up people.
Yeah, okay. That leaves me within 30 feet of the paladin if I survive to the next round. That's my turn.
Incredible. What a turn. Adolfo gets this part, jump starts the party with some incredible movements. That takes us to the top, and it is Brother Nire, and then Wyhan, and then Fizbin. So, Nire, what would you like to do?
You're muted.
If you are talking.
Sorry, I thought we were gonna break, so I was like, oh good, I've got time to think about it.
It is around the end time of this stream. Things are dire. We're right on the position here.
Oh god.
And this could be an interesting spot. Could we have to do a part 3? Oh
Yeah.
no. Yeah.
You know what? You shouldn't have tried to kill us all.
yeah, part 3.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's pin it
folks.
at the top of the round.
We will pin it at the top of the round. We are entering round 3. Many of the party members are down. Lord Soth is reaching his hands into the door to yank it open, to get at the Legion construct that is almost within his grasp, that he may take for whatever his purposes are. And as Adolfo runs for cover, we see a freeze frame of Adolfo battered and bruised, Rosemary's gears winding up. And that is where we will pause in the midst of this. Join us for part 3, because I can't finish a thing if I try my best.
I don't know if we're gonna make it, team.
This is quite the cliff. Last time was quite the cliffhanger as a temple was falling down on you. This is a cliffhanger in that you are
Worse. This is
On
just
your-
worse.
Dying.
literal
Narrative
fingernails.
No sense. We were there when he finally wrenched the gem out of Legion's eye.
That somehow has to happen. It's up to
Where
us
the
to
hell is
figure it out.
Dilk?
Yeah, we're the fuck the
Yeah.
Dilk.
Perhaps the savior of the day will be Dilk, but we can't know that
Always.
until another time. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thanks for watching in the stream. I'm seeing Dilk in the chat. Dilk.
Dilk's a favorite. We gotta love Dilk.
Everybody, thank you so much for joining. I've been Paul, your DM. Check out all the details on the website, all these lovely players. We got to get out of here. And hopefully, when we come back, our players with some plan to save Legion and themselves. Good night.